Ladies and gentlemen, how are you? My name is Stan, and I'm your tax man. I'd like to welcome you to our new segment called Surgery for Your Salary. And the purpose of this segment is to ensure that you have economic health. Okay? And the way that we recommend you achieving economic health is prevention. Okay? So today we're going to teach you how to do a financial, physical to check your money. All right? Now, there's certain questions that you must ask yourself, and you have to be open and honest with yourself in order to get the correct results from this test. Okay? So, question number 1. You need to ask yourself, do I pay myself first before I pay my bills? Okay? This is very important. Okay? Question number 2, am I saving money? Very important. Question number 3, am I paying the right tax or tax withholding? Okay? Now that is dependent on if you are a self-employed taxpayer or if you receive wages from an employer. Okay? And question number 5 that you need to ask yourself is, can I downsize and accomplish the same goals? Okay? These are 5 simple questions that you should ask yourself. And once you ask yourself these questions and you jot them down and have answers, we can now begin on a remedy, okay, or a cure. Now, the reason why you need to ask yourself if you pay yourself first before you pay anyone else is because the number one thing that the wealthy does and that most people don't do is they don't pay themselves first. So what is that amount you're asking? Percentage. For some of my customers and clients out there who are religious and they tithe, they know about paying 10%, right? But you need to pay 10% to yourself in your savings account. So whatever it is that you get paid or make, each and every time take 10%. I don't care if it's $10. You need to take $1 and put that towards your savings. Get into that habit of saving 10% because it's that capital that will you can use for investments later, but you need to have a safety net. And under no circumstance do you go in your savings and pay something that you should be able to cover with the 90% of the remainder that you didn't touch. Okay, so if you get paid $1,000, taking $100 and put into your savings leaves you $900 to pay your bills, and that's not a significant amount to disrupt you. Okay, and if it is, if $100 can make a difference for you, then we have to go through these other questions so you can figure out how to get into a space where taking 10% won't harm you. Okay? Now, remedy number 2 is you have to revise your tax withholdings if need be. So the IRS has a calculator that you can use now to ensure that you're paying the right amount of taxes. Many of my clients have this bad habit of exempting or putting more exemptions than they actually have. So when they file their taxes come January, they're underpaying in taxes. So now they owe or they have really small refunds if they have a refund. And oftentimes they don't like it. But if we check our tax withholdings in the beginning of the year or whenever we can save ourselves some money so you don't get penalized and also have to pay something back. So that's key point, because tax and paying tax and being tax compliant is a very big deal, and taxes are important to the wealthy. So for the ones of us who are um, don't have an abundance of cash as the wealthy. These are some of the things we need to look at on our scale, and with hopes that we can get there one day. These things matter. Tax matters. Now, the third remedy is you need to cut costs. You need to cut costs. This is how you're going to be able to put away 10% without it being traumatic for you. Is you need to look at what you're spending. If you have a mobile phone contract with a provider and you're paying, astronomical fees. I'm trying to think. For instance, if you're with in contract, you're locked into a 2-3 year contract, which is not really good for you, and you have one phone line and you're paying $120. That's absurd in 2018. There are different options that you can take. A lot of these phone companies have prepaid plans, so you can still retain the incredible internet and incredible service and customer service of these service providers, but not be committed to that high rate for that period of time. So you can literally get a Verizon prepaid plan through Verizon and get the top-notch service and pay 50, 60, 70 bucks for one line. Okay, that's a big deal. It's pay as you go. So you're not committing to paying $130, $140 per month. So this is a real small way to look at something that you can cut. Of course, you can also cut on your utilities by monitoring your lights, monitoring your water usage. That's always an option. But the biggest area that I feel or that I have seen taxpayers squander money is going to be on entertainment and meals. So get used to buying what you need and not surplus buying and stocking up in your fridge. That's not a good thing, because a lot of the times you won't even get to a product and it would expire, which is a way of wasting money. And also, you don't need to buy as much food as you can off the money that you have each and every time you go to the grocery store, which is a really, really, really poor habit that a lot of us were plagued to have. Okay, but these are some certain remedies that we can use as a consumer that would help us to save money. So instead of getting surgery, we can just simply use your simple remedies and cut back. Okay. So if you have any questions regarding finances, regarding taxes, regarding credit, any question in the world regarding money, please comment below and ask, and I will answer or get you to the person that could answer that question. Okay. Now I want you to subscribe and also share. Tell a friend about this segment here, and if you like it or didn't like it, let me know, please. All right. So thank you for reaching out. God bless.